Imagine it is Saturday morning. You wake up, and for a few seconds, you do not know what time it is. There is no alarm. There is no urgent message. There is no meeting waiting for you. The room is quiet. The light is soft. Maybe you can hear a car far away, or a bird outside the window, or someone walking slowly in the street. Nothing dramatic is happening, and that is exactly why the morning feels good. Welcome back to English Reset. Today we're going to slow down. This episode is a calm listening practice about a slow Saturday morning. You do not need to answer quickly. You do not need to understand every single word. Just listen, relax, and let the English become familiar. As you listen, notice a few useful words: routine, cozy, recharge, errands, notice, overwhelmed. These are simple words, but they are very useful in real life. You can use them when you talk about your weekend, your home, your energy, your plans, and the way you feel. Let us begin with the feeling of a weekday morning. For many people, weekday mornings are not slow. They are full, they are busy, they are sometimes a little stressful. You wake up and immediately think about time. What time is it? Do I have enough time? Where is my phone? What do I need to do first? Maybe you check your messages before your feet even touch the floor. Maybe you drink coffee too fast. Maybe you eat breakfast while standing. Maybe you leave the house and feel that your mind is already running. That feeling has a word: rush. To rush means to do things very quickly because you feel you do not have enough time. You can rush to work, you can rush through breakfast, you can rush through a conversation, and sometimes you can rush through the whole morning without really noticing it. Now compare that with a slow Saturday morning. On Saturday, if you are lucky, the morning can begin in a different way. You wake up naturally. You stay in bed for 1 extra minute, then maybe another minute. You look at the ceiling. You listen to the quiet. You remember that the day is yours, at least for a little while. This is not laziness. This is space. Your body has space to arrive. Your mind has space to arrive. That word, arrive, is useful here. Usually, arrive means to get to a place. You arrive at work. You arrive at the station. You arrive at a friend's house. But you can also arrive in your own day. That means you do not jump straight into pressure. You give yourself a few quiet moments to feel present. Now let us talk about routine. A routine is something you do regularly. You may have a morning routine, a work routine, an exercise routine, or a study routine. During the week, a routine can help you move through the day. You wake up, you wash your face. You make coffee, you get dressed, you check your bag, you leave. That kind of routine can be helpful. But on Saturday, the routine can feel softer. Maybe your Saturday routine is not strict. Maybe it is flexible. Flexible means able to change. A flexible morning does not push you. It gives you choices. You can make tea or coffee. You can read or take a walk. You can clean the kitchen now or later. You can answer messages or leave them for one more hour. That is one of the beautiful things about a slow Saturday morning. It gives you permission to move gently. Gently means softly, carefully, without force. You get out of bed gently. You open the curtains gently. You start the day gently. Now picture this. You walk into the kitchen. Maybe the floor feels cool under your feet. Maybe the room is still a little dark. You fill the kettle with water. Or you prepare coffee. You hear the small sounds of the morning: water, a cup, a spoon, a drawer opening. These sounds are ordinary, but on a slow morning, ordinary things feel different. You notice them. Notice is one of our keywords today. To notice something means to pay attention to it. You really see it, hear it, or feel it. You notice the smell of coffee. You notice the color of the sky. You notice the warmth of the cup in your hands. You notice that your shoulders are not so tight. This is useful English because we use notice all the time. I noticed your new haircut. I noticed that you seemed tired. I did not notice the email. She noticed a small mistake. On a slow Saturday morning, you notice small things because you are not rushing past them. And small things can make the morning feel cozy. Cozy is another important word. Cozy means warm, comfortable, peaceful, and safe. A cozy room, a cozy blanket, a cozy cafe, a cozy Saturday morning. Cozy is not only about temperature, it is also about feeling. A room can be warm, but not cozy. A room becomes cozy when it feels comfortable and kind to your nervous system. Maybe there is soft light. Maybe there is a clean table. Maybe there is one plant near the window. Maybe there is a blanket on the chair. Maybe your favorite cup is in your hand. Nothing has to be perfect. Cozy does not mean expensive. Cozy does not mean stylish. Cozy means your body can relax there. After breakfast, a slow morning may continue in many different ways. Maybe you sit near the window and read 10 pages of a book. Maybe you stretch for 5 minutes. Maybe you write a small list for the day. Maybe you do nothing for a moment and simply look outside. Doing nothing can feel strange at first. Many of us are used to being busy. We are used to filling every empty space. We listen to something while we cook. We check something while we wait. We scroll while we drink coffee. But a slow morning asks a quiet question. What happens if I do one thing at a time? What happens if I drink coffee and only drink coffee? What happens if I walk and only walk? What happens if I listen and only listen? This is also useful for English learning. You do not always need to force progress. Sometimes you need to stay with simple language for longer. You need to hear useful words again and again. Routine, cozy, recharge, errands, notice, overwhelmed. The brain likes repetition when the repetition feels natural. That is why we are using these words inside a story, not only in a list. Now let us talk about recharge. Recharge means to get your energy back. Your phone recharges when you connect it to power. People recharge too. We recharge when we rest. We recharge when we sleep. We recharge when we spend time with kind people. We recharge when we have silence. We recharge when we take a walk. We recharge when we do something small that feels good. Different people recharge in different ways. Some people recharge by being alone. Some people recharge by meeting a friend. Some people recharge by cleaning their apartment. Some people recharge by cooking a slow breakfast. Some people recharge by going outside and feeling fresh air. There is no one correct way. The important question is this: what gives you energy back? Not what looks productive, not what other people expect. What actually gives you energy back? For me, a slow Saturday morning often means less noise, less phone, less hurry, less pressure to be useful immediately. I might make tea, I might open a window. I might put one small thing in order, like washing 2 cups or folding a blanket. Not a big cleaning session. Just one small action that makes the room feel calmer. That small action can be part of a routine. It can also help me recharge. Of course, a Saturday morning is not always empty. Sometimes we have errands. Errands are small practical tasks that we need to do. You go to the supermarket, you buy toothpaste, you pick up a package, you return a book, you go to the pharmacy, you buy bread. These are errands. They are not usually exciting, but they are part of normal life. The interesting thing is that errands can feel very different depending on your speed. If you do 5 errands in 1 hour with stress in your body, they may feel heavy. But if you do 1 or 2 errands slowly, they can become part of the morning. You walk to the shop. You choose fresh bread. You say, good morning. You pay. You walk home. You notice the street. You notice the weather. You notice a small dog waiting outside a cafe. You notice the sound of your own steps. The errand is still practical. But now it is also an experience. This is a good reminder for English learners. Everyday life is full of useful English. Bread, milk, receipt, bag, street, window, door, list, change, package, pharmacy, supermarket. These simple words matter. Clear English is often built from simple words used well. You do not need rare words to describe a real morning. You need honest words. I woke up slowly, I made coffee, I opened the window, I went to the shop. I bought bread, I came home, I felt calm. That is good English, that is useful English. Now let us talk about overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means that something feels like too much, too many messages, too many tasks, too many decisions, too much noise, too much pressure. When you feel overwhelmed, your mind can feel crowded. Even small things may feel difficult. You look at your to-do list and your body says no. You open your phone and there is too much information. You try to choose what to do first, but everything feels urgent. That is overwhelmed. A slow Saturday morning cannot solve every problem, but it can give your nervous system a softer start. Instead of beginning the day with pressure, you begin with one small action. Drink water, open the curtains, make tea, sit down, take one breath, look outside, then choose the next thing, not 10 things, one thing. This is also a good speaking practice. When English feels overwhelming, do not try to say everything. Say one simple sentence. Then another, then another. My morning was slow. I made coffee. I read near the window. I went for a walk. I felt peaceful. Simple sentences can carry a real story. Let us practice that now. I will say a sentence, and you can repeat it quietly or just listen. My Saturday morning was slow. I did not rush. I made a warm drink. The room felt cozy. I noticed the light. I did one small errand. Then I came home and recharged. Good. Now let us make it a little more natural. On Saturday morning, I woke up without an alarm. I made coffee and sat near the window. I did not do much, but I felt more relaxed. That is a complete little story. Not complicated, not perfect, but clear. You can use the same pattern for your own life. On Saturday morning, I woke up slowly. I made tea. I went for a short walk. I bought bread. I came home and listened to music. I felt calm. This is how fluency grows. Not from one perfect sentence, from many clear, honest sentences. Before we finish, let us review today's keywords one more time. Routine. A routine is something you do regularly. Cozy. Cozy means warm, comfortable, peaceful, and safe. Recharge. To recharge means to get your energy back. Errands. Errands are small, practical tasks you need to do. Notice. To notice means to pay attention to something. Overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means something feels like too much. Rush. To rush means to do something too quickly because you feel short on time. Flexible. Flexible means able to change. Gentle. Gentle means soft, careful, and not forceful. Arrive. You can arrive at a place, but you can also arrive in your own day. Now, here is your small practice for today. Describe your perfect slow morning in 3 sentences. Sentence 1. What do you do first? Sentence 2. What do you notice? Sentence 3. How do you feel? For example, I wake up without an alarm. I notice the quiet light in my room. I feel calm and ready for the day. That is enough. You do not need to make it impressive. Make it true. And if you want one more challenge, use one word from today's episode: routine, cozy, recharge, errands, notice, overwhelmed. Maybe you say, my Saturday routine is very simple. Maybe you say, my kitchen feels cozy in the morning. Maybe you say, I recharge by walking alone. Maybe you say, I feel overwhelmed when I start the day with my phone. Each sentence is small, but small sentences become confidence. So today, if you can, give yourself one slow moment. Drink something warm, look out the window, do one thing at a time, notice one small detail. And let your English be simple and clear. Thank you for listening to English Reset. I will see you in the next episode.